Normally, right now, I would invite our 2023 Chairman of the Board, Dan Parrish from Pella Corporation, to the stage. Unfortunately, as the day progressed today, Dan was not feeling very well, and so he has not joined us here this evening. So that gives me the honor and the privilege of presenting his choice for this year's Chairman's Award. So the Chairman's Award recognizes the FGIA member company, which in the opinion of the outgoing FGIA Chairman of the Board, has distinguished itself over the past 2 years for outstanding commitment and dedicated support of the association and the fenestration industry. The company chosen for this year's award joined the association in March of 1964, meaning they are approaching 60 years of membership. That's a pretty major milestone. The company itself is even more tenured. For more than 100 years, they have been developing custom aluminum windows for clients across the country for projects of all scopes and sizes. They serve many markets, including education, government, and commercial. Their head office is located in St. Louis, Missouri. This company recently helped with a project that benefited the future of the industry. They contributed by supplying commercial aluminum windows for the Nary Tallwood Seismic Shake Test Project in San Diego. This project was completed last year and provided valuable seismic testing data that will shape the future of the fenestration and glazing products for years to come. This company actually helped us host a tour of the test site during last year's 2023 Annual Conference. The company has shown unwavering commitment to the organization throughout the years and has taken the lead in numerous committees. Their employees contribute to the organization through leadership on multiple levels. They also are strong supporters of FGIA's education programs, having numerous certified professionals under the Fenestration Master and Fenestration Associate programs. 2 members at this company in particular should be commended for their hard work. Gant Miller has been active with the association for decades, and Lothar Erkins has been a generous contributor to FGIA since 2020. I invite the WINCO representatives to the stage now as I ask you all to please join me in commending this year's FGIA Chairman Award winner, WINCO Window Company. Congratulations, Lothar. Congratulations, Dad. Would somebody want to say a couple words?
Say a couple words.
Okay.
Lothar, you always say no.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I want to thank all of you. No, I'm kidding.
There you
See
go.
what happens up here?
I want to thank all of you for this. To me, it's a great honor to be here and being recognized in this manner. I wish Dan would have been here in person. When I catch him later during this conference, probably in the hallway, I'll thank him in person. But to me, it's an honor to have started this. I feel myself lucky, and I have every intent to keep on plugging away.
Thank you.
Lothar is the one responsible for this. So an extra hand for Lothar.
Gant, so modest. This is the part where I would have Dan remain on stage with me. We actually are going to go through and talk to you about the outgoing chairman gift that we got for Dan, and then when he's feeling up to it, we will deliver it to him. But Dan became chairman of the FGIA Board of Directors in February 2022. During his tenure, he guided our transition from hosting fully virtual events to hosting hybrid events. He supported a broad and impactful capital investment in upgrading the association's technology platforms, including our association management database, our learning management system, our online store, and our website. He led the board in developing our current strategic plan, focused on what he so aptly dubbed the 4 E's: events, education, experts, and exploration. He has consulted with our staff team on numerous operational topics behind the scenes during regular touchpoint meetings with our team. He introduced our first ever Canadian region through the integration of the Fenestration Association of British Columbia. He navigated the challenges and opportunities of developing a reimagined approach to conferences. He steered our operations to 2 fiscally successful years, maintaining our reserves balance at our targeted level. Not to mention his contributions to dozens more committees and task groups across the association. We really are deeply grateful for all of the time, effort, and expertise that Dan has contributed to the organization over the last 2 years. It's been a true pleasure working with him as chairman of our board and supporting his vision for FGIA. So with the help of Dan's lovely wife, Lisa, who could not be here at this conference with us, we selected a special gift as a thank you. So whether he would like to capture expansive landscapes or intricate details, this Holy Stone HS720G 2-axis gimbal foldable drone with 4K EIS camera, they should hire me as a spokesperson, right? Brushless motors, GPS auto return, and video transmission does it all. So we hope he will enjoy many hours of fly time and exploration with his new drone. We appreciate everything he did, and we will be sure this makes it safely to him when he is ready. And now, I'd like to ask our new FGIA board chairman, Rob Gromish, to please join me on stage for the handing of the gavel. We will not really be passing.
Thank you very much. Whoa.
They got us under control back
All
there.
right.
Okay. This is a very important, very serious ceremony that we do right here.
And she just took away what I'm supposed to say. So,
No, I'm going to share it.
Okay.
It's okay. Please repeat after me, sir. I, Rob Gromish, do solemnly swear
I, Rob Grumish, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute,
that I will faithfully execute
easy for you to say, the office of the chairman of the board of directors
the office of the chairman of the board of directors
for the Fenestration and Glazing Industry Alliance,
for the Fenestration and Glazing Industry Alliance,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the bylaws of the association.
the bylaws of the association. Thank you very much. Either microphone. All right. I will use this one. I don't know what quite to say. I mean, I think this gavel kind of makes me feel a little old. I don't know. I think I'm officially an old timer now. I feel better though. I look out and I think I'm surrounded by old timers. So that's my only joke, guys. That's it. There are also a few old timers on staff here. I looked out at the board and I think we should congratulate some people for their service. Janice for 25 years with the organization. Angela, I don't know where she is, but 20 years.
And she is.
Kate, somewhere around here, 10 years. And Kathy for 5 years. So, I think I'd like to thank a few people. Thank my wife. As I look around here, all the spouses in the room, I mean, they really do allow us to make this possible. I mean, I know my wife, many times I'll come to a nice place like Florida or whatever, and she's home with the kids, doing all the stuff. So they really do make it possible for us to be here, and then when they can come, it's even more special. Thank the rest of the FGIA staff for all they do during these conferences. I'd like to thank Dan, though maybe I don't want to thank Dan because we spent all yesterday working on the secret handshake, and now I'm really thinking I might get sick. It's not good. Anyways, so my only, I do have a little story here, and it's not a great one, but when I started out coming to these conferences, I started out going to IGMA. So I'm the first chairperson from the IGMA leg of this organization. The first time was about 12 years ago. It was up in Halifax. So those of you that went to Halifax know it's in the middle of nowhere. So you fly up there, and I thought the first thing I got there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am nowhere. But also, it was stunningly beautiful up there. The conference, the first day was just meet and greet, and then the next day was similar to us. We'll have normal conferences, and then we went on a food tour. And this kind of hit me in my love language. People who know me well know I'm a big baker, big cooker. I do a lot of things with cooking. And then we went to dinner, went to dancing. I'm like, this is the easiest gig out there, I thought to myself. Little did I know, 10 years later and probably hundreds and hundreds of hours of volunteering, it's not quite as easy as it looks, but lots of these conferences have been memorable. And I guess that'd be my first thing that I would tell to all of you, that I hope to make all these conferences memorable for you, and then hopefully for us old timers, these new conferences live up to our memory of the old ones as well. And so I'll leave it at that. Thanks for everybody, and Jess, I don't know what's next on the list here, so I'll give it back to you. All right, you got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. And now, on to our remaining awards for the evening. This award ceremony is an important part of every FGIA annual conference. It's a time when we look back on the work of the previous year, and we recognize the members who stood out in their contributions to the association. For those of you who aren't familiar with the awards nomination and selection process, I wanted to share a little information about how tonight's winners were selected. So we will be presenting 5 more awards tonight. 3 of our awards recognize excellence in representing each of our 3 primary segments, architectural, glass, and residential. And recipients of these awards have shown dedicated service, personal contributions, and outstanding participation as members of these areas. We also present the Marketing Award each year, recognizing leadership and outstanding service in marketing. Finally, our last award is the prestigious Outstanding Member Award. The individual selected for this award represents a deep concern for the continued growth and well-being of the industry, reflected by his or her exemplary leadership abilities, dedicated effort, and selfless service. For each award, nomination surveys are sent out to member leaders across our organization, including those who serve on the FGIA Board of Directors and leaders of relevant councils, committees, and task groups. Nominated candidates are compiled by FGIA staff and ballots are sent out to the appropriate member groups depending on the award category. The individual who receives the most votes is selected for each award. So these truly are peer recognitions, nominated and voted by peers of these individuals who are volunteering their time. They represent the individuals whose presence, contribution, and influence are such that they are top of mind when nominations are requested, often with activity in multiple segments of the organization. So I'm excited and honored to be part of sharing the 2023 winners with all of you tonight. Our next award is the Marketing Distinguished Service Award, presented by the 2021 winner, Neil Digert of Kingspan Light and Air. Neil. Either way, your choice.
All right, good evening, everyone. What a great day, huh? Beautiful day. Nice to all be back together again. Hard to believe that we were all in the same room in 2021. It's fun to be back home. All right, so good evening. It is with great honor to present this year's winner of the FGIA Marketing Distinguished Service Award. As you know, marketing is an important part of our industry's success. I was the recipient of this honor in 2021, and I'm thrilled to be the one to present it to this year's winner. As those who work with him will know, his industry knowledge and connections are extremely valuable. This member is the Director of Commercial Marketing at Quaker Windows and Doors. He is the chair of several FGIA groups, including the Aluminum Strategic Plan Group and the AMC Marketing Committee. He is also the friendly face of the Onboarding Task Group as its chair, welcoming new participants at FGIA conferences. All this said, you might know him best from his recent performance in the FGIA house band, Freddie and the Fenestrators. He has had a solo act at the Fall Conference Talent Show. Skilled in operations management, strategic planning, and team building, the Central College graduate has generously brought his experience to FGIA for several years now. His peers revere him for his good-natured spirit and willingness to work with others despite differences. Shelley Lee at Newcoat said this member's contributions have had a significant impact on the FGIA Marketing Council. I quote, "His dedication and hard work have resulted in increased collaboration, creativity, and engagement in the industry. His dynamic personality inspires others. His positive attitude and enthusiasm for the field of marketing are contagious." Brent Slayton at Keymark said the member's leadership has taken AMC marketing to new heights. Brent said, "He has displayed great enthusiasm and knowledge at all levels within FGIA. His passion for work should not go unnoticed." Greg Schuyler at Lexington Manufacturing said this member's level of commitment to FGIA is evident. Greg reported, he has a very engaging personality. He is a great ambassador for FGIA. But his wife, Tiffany, said it succinctly. This member is a go-getter. Together, she and her husband play softball and volleyball in co-ed leagues. The couple works well as a team to balance their children's schedule of judo, piano lessons, team sports, choir, and Cub Scouts. Tiffany said her husband gives his time to the local YMCA board and serves on the Capital Region Board of Governors. She said, "I am incredibly proud of his efforts both at home and professionally. We are both so grateful for the opportunities we have had through FGIA and for all the memories." And finally, while this member was given this marketing award in 2018, as a relatively new FGIA participant, he has taken the association even further since then. So please join me in commending this year's FGIA Marketing Distinguished Service Award winner, Josh Wignall.
Thank you, Neil. Little speechless, so lots of great things said. I think I'm just very privileged and thankful for getting the opportunity to help serve the industry. Have lots of fun. I probably shouldn't say this because it's kind of sad for me, but my worst grade I ever got in college was marketing.
What did they know?
Well, and so here's my takeaway. It all comes back to passion. At the time in college, I didn't find anything I could relate to in those concepts, but I love this industry, and so I think that helps a lot. So, all right.
Thank you so
Great night.
much, Josh. Our next award is the Glass Products Distinguished Service Award, presented by the 2022 winner, Jim Blamble of Sika.
This year's winner of the FGIA Distinguished Service Award for Glass Products has been a longtime supporter of both the IGMA and the FGIA. He served in several positions at IGMA and today is chair of the FGIA IG Technical Services Committee. This member has contributed to both the technical service and social side of the Glass Products Council. Prior to that, he did the same at IGMA, helping to create a welcoming and supportive environment. Additionally, he's always willing to share his knowledge, and he has done so for a longtime trainer at the IG Fabricators Workshop. Originally from Perry, Iowa, he graduated with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering in 1983 from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. He is now the director of technical services at True Light Glass and Aluminum Solutions. He boasts decades of experience in the industry, and he leads a technical services operation for branches in both the US and Canada. He has experience in coated, tempered, and insulating glass products and processes. In addition to his work with the FGIA, he is an active member of NGA, ASTM, and ISO. This member has a fun side. In addition to his technical experiences, Helen Sanders from Technical Forum shared that he has a hidden talent for mimicking accents. I am told that he does a great impression of Nixon, so be sure after dinner to approach him with that. Helen went on to say that he's a member, this member was integral to the making IGMA's past events so enjoyable. For example, at a memorable Mardi Gras themed event in 2013 in New Orleans, of course, this member and John DeVoe were vying for the title of the best dressed man in tights. He and several others got into the holiday spirit and dressed in a costume at an ASTM meeting that happened to fall on Halloween that year. He showed up as Nacho Libre, which leads me to think there's something about tights. Rob Gromish from Cardinal said that this member is a vocal leader in countless committees and task groups within the GPC. Rob said of him, he cares deeply for the betterment of the organization, especially the GPC. Ray Wakefield of True Light also has kind words for this member. Ray first met him at a Cardinal Glass during the efforts to harmonize the insulating glass standards. That had to have been a chore. In 2002, after 7 years of work, the new ASTM set of standards was published. Ray said that this member has continued to provide leadership as a chair in the task group for the ASTM E2188 through 90 standard for more than 20 years. The legendary Marge Webb described this member as someone who has always been a staunch industry supporter She said he is someone who has generously shared his technical expertise for the good of the industry. She said, and I quote, "Whenever he has been asked to help, he has stepped up." These days, he enjoys life in Minnesota and Minneapolis with his wife, Helen, and their son, Andre. He and Helen will have been married for 40 years. And so that is an accomplishment. That will happen this July. So please join me in commending this year's Glass Distinguished Service Award, Jeff Haberer.
Congratulations, Jeff. I can hold this for you. You want me to hold it for you? You got it. You got it.
This is a surprise. Thank you. Maybe it shouldn't be a surprise to some of you, but I'm surprised by this. I thought someone else was going to get this year. Anyway, I'm sitting back here at the table with Bill Nell, and he said, well, some of you know I'm planning to retire this year. And Bill said to me, well, you can't quit now, Jeff.
Yes, Bill, thank you.
And there will be a meeting in the fall in Minneapolis, and I plan to be at that meeting for sure. But I am kind of not completely hanging it up, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go. But to all of you and to all assisting on the GPC, I appreciate this, and thank you so much. It's a pleasure to work with you. It's a pleasure to work in this industry. Thank you.
See, this is why this is my favorite event of the year. Our next award is the Architectural Distinguished Service Award, presented by the 2022 winner, Steve Fronick of Apogee.
Thank you, Janice. Good evening. Our next award winner is a familiar face for us here, especially tonight. This year's winner of the Distinguished Service Award in the Architectural Products Group is a brilliant engineer and inventor. He has invented several types of smart windows, two of which have been granted patents by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Today, his title is Technical Sales and Engineering at Winco Window Company, a manufacturer of high-performance aluminum windows in residential, commercial, and architectural applications. The winner serves as vice chair of several FGIA committees and task groups, including life cycle testing, seismic and wind-induced drift, and the certification program Corner Weld work group. On the personal side, this member was born in Germany and came to the U.S. on his own at the age of 27. He's been with Winco for 23 years, and his first day of work fell on Valentine's Day that year. After attending university in Germany, he went on to become a graduate of Ball State and has a fenestration master's professional certification. He speaks Arabic, English, and German. Throughout his career, he's gone from being an apprentice in heavy steel manufacturing, later a journeyman, to becoming the talented engineer he is today. After 20 years of work in heavy steel fab, switched industries in 2001 to fenestration. He designs AW-rated aluminum windows for not only air water structural, but also blast hazard mitigation and windborne debris. He develops the CAD tools and CAD blocks used for shop drawings and architectural use, and performs pre-quote configuration of windows for use in those blast projects and other specialty applications. In his spare time, he loves being around horses. in spite of being quite allergic to them. A former rider himself, this member rode dressage with some of the best riders in the world. His wife Amy describes him as a lifelong friend of the animals. And she said he grew up with family dogs that were mostly German Shepherds, or I guess for him they'd just be shepherds, right? Amy and this member married in 2002, and he became an instant stepfather to a then 6-year-old girl. Her daughter's 28 and still calls him Pappy, a German nickname for father. Amy also swears that if the family dog Maisie could talk, she would call him Pappy too. His peers who nominated him pointed out that because he's an engineer, he questions everything. What a great person to have on your team when you need to look at all aspects of a problem before you can begin to solve it. Please join me in, once again, in commending this year's Architectural Distinguished Service Award winner, Lothar Erkens of Winco.
Well, you guys make me feel like I have imposter syndrome. So, in honor of all of you members, those past and hopefully those in the future, I've only been active for the last 2 years in person. You've made this possible. So, thank you.
I love it. Our next award is the Residential Distinguished Service Award presented by the 2021 winner, Tony Vella of Extrusions Limited.
I am pleased to present this year's winner of the FGIA Distinguished Service Award in Residential Products Council to someone I've known for many years. The award is very well deserved and really acknowledges her work ethic, dedication, and skilled expertise. She is well respected within our industry, both here in the United States and in Canada, and has a long list of accomplishments, some of which include RPC co-chair for the NAFS committee, co-chair of the Joint Document Management Group representing FGIA, named the 2016 Energy Star Champion of the Year, elected as president of Fenestration Canada's Board of Directors in 2017 and served for 2 years, and today is the Director of Business Development and Government Affairs at Geldman, responsible for monitoring legislation and codes for a company, and also manages trade association relationships like the strong one she has with FGIA. She has been one of my go-to people when I need help with understanding the codes and trends, an out-of-the-box thinker who has been described as a foodie with a great sense of humor and wit. Jeff Baker describes her as a great collaborator with forward vision. Jeff says, it was always been a pleasure to interact with her. I have traveled with her for many meetings, and without a doubt, I've had some of the best meals of my life with her. Jean Miroir said she is funny, ambitious, both in her work and in her cooking. He said she dreams of being able to make an omelet to perfection, like the renowned chef Jacques Pepin. Hopefully I said that right. Gina Goodrow said, this member has Geldwin tattooed on her heart. And I agree, she is very loyal to her company and provides outstanding leadership. Steve Strawn added that she is a valuable colleague. We have supported one another on the codes and regulatory compliance stage covering the US and Canada for years. Her leadership and persuasiveness have helped drive necessary change for our industry on both sides of the border. We are indebted to her for her contributions. And finally, her husband, Alain, told us that she was born on the shortest day of the year in a cold northern city in Quebec. He says, that will make you a strong person. She is the first of 3 children and the daughter of a pioneering woman. Alain describes her as strong-willed, determined, and someone who is known for getting things done. Today, her and Alain are very proud of their daughter, who will soon be a veterinarian. So please join me in honoring this year's Residential Distinguished Service Award winner, our friend, Lisa Bergeron.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's a privilege to be here with so many smart people. That's what I keep telling my bosses. Like, the reason I can do what I do is because I hang out with a lot of really brilliant engineers who rub off on me. A lot of my Quebec and Canadian clique over there make me brighter and stronger every day. But thank you, everyone. And it really is a privilege, and I will eventually one day make a good omelet like Mr. Pippin. Thank you.
Our next award is the Outstanding Member Award, presented by the 2022 winner, Robert Jutras of UL Laboratory, Canada. Everyone's so prepared tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. Bonsoir à tous. That's going to be it for French. Anybody scared? Thank you for reminding me that, next summer we'll be in Montreal, so gotta practice. One of the true pleasures of receiving this award is that you get the honor of presenting it to the next recipient. It is indeed my honor and privilege to share with you all this year's winner of the FGIA Outstanding Member Award. A longtime leader in the industry, this member is known for his technical expertise and willingness to share the knowledge. A former board chair elected in 2011, he currently serves as the chair of the FGIA test method for thermal cycling of exterior wall review task group. He is also the APC co-chair for several important groups, including the RSC Rapid Response Team, the Americans with Disabilities, sorry, my French brain is just complicated, ACT test method for hardware task group, and the CASC Energy task group. This member is a graduate of the Michigan Technological University, formerly the Vice President of Design Engineering at Wausau Window and Wall Systems at Apogee. This member is now a consultant. He has retired last summer from Apogee Enterprise after 43 years. Since retirement, his wife Amy says that he has enjoyed golfing. Actually, I'm going to share something that's not on the script. Okay? Don't be scared.
I'm sweating a little.
Because of that golfing, I had to move up a half hour one of our meetings virtual, so he could get on the course in time. He has even playing the sport as recently as November, she said. Despite the cooler weather, he also enjoyed fishing. Steve Strawn at Geldwin said, this member brings decades of knowledge and experience to the whole of the industry, of the fenestration industry. Steve thanks his member for serving in many roles of leadership. This member and his wife, Amy, have 2 children, Samantha and Max, which I had the pleasure to meet, actually. They're wonderful kids. This member's son, Max, is newly engaged. Amy said the couple was thrilled to travel to Sun Valley, Idaho, this past December to meet their future in-laws. Congratulations, Max. This member was previously given the APC Distinguished Service Award in 2022 and 2008, as well as the Outstanding Member Award in 2013. Please join me in congratulating this year's Outstanding Member Award winner, Mr. Steve Fronek.
I am very surprised, didn't know I was even eligible, so that's great. Thank you, Robert. It's been a pleasure working with you over the years. I stand on the shoulders of giants, not only Rich, but Lion Evans and Al Colts and all those guys. Retirement's been great. I have transitioned without a problem. Amy points out that I'm always around the house. So maybe the adjustment's a little greater on her end, but for everything. So thanks, honey. And thank you all.
So congratulations to all of our well-deserved winners. I know I'm slightly over time. We had a little technology challenge. I did the best I could, but it's well worth the time to recognize all of these incredible contributions and everyone's contributions who are here tonight with us in this room. So thank you so much for joining us. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will restart the slideshow tribute to Rich Walker to continue our memory of him. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Have a great evening.